Ladies and gentlemen, we start episode 29 of Boro Tailgate Talks, talking about Buccos.
Let's go, Buccos.
Let's go, Buccos.
It's okay.
O'Neal Cruz.
He can have my ankle if he wants it.
He can have mine too.
He can have
Forget
both
about
of
my
our
dreams.
ankles.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah.
We're cursed. We're
Now,
so cursed.
okay, listen. The White Sox series, they had its highs, it had its lows. I was at the first game Friday, the home opener. It was the best game I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go to any of the playoff games when I was a kid. But yeah, as you're well aware, O'Neal Cruz on Sunday, yesterday, broke his ankle thanks to a baseball. It was a baseball play, nobody's fault. And he fractured his ankle. It actually caused a benches clearing brawl.
Wow.
Yeah, there's punches thrown. Nobody was ejected.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
nobody was ejected. Oh, there's Nathaniel. Oh, boy.
Came busting into the booth.
He's yelling at Richie. And he's looking at me. Hi, Nathaniel. How's it going?
That's nice.
Oh, we know we're
That's
number
nice.
one. We know we're the number one show on this channel. Thank you. We know that. We're aware. Even though we like the other show. We like the other show.
We like parts. Certain things.
There's one person we.
It's got very redeeming qualities to it.
Yeah. You know, there's
Paper Toss was totally original though.
Yeah, of course. There's two other people on that show. There's two
right,
other people on that show. We like the other one. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. No, where was I?
Let's go, Buccos!
Buccos! Let's go, Buccos! They won 13-9. Hey, 13-9. I'm disappointed.
Oh, yeah, never
Yeah?
mind. Pit WVU.
Yes,
Yeah, I got
yes.
you.
Yeah, they won 13-9 on Friday. Best game I've ever been to. Hey, look how...
Buccos!
Buccos! Let's go, Buccos! As Richie mutes our mics. Joe does not have a mic on this week.
Joe didn't feel like putting his mic on this week.
He didn't feel like putting on his mic.
He didn't feel like being the funniest person on the show this week.
Because, he is. He's the one that carries the show. He's the one that... Hey, Joe, you want to take his... Hey,
I need water.
I need water,
It's
too.
hot in here.
I need water, too. It's like what, 62 degrees?
It's like 60-something degrees there.
Yeah, I walk out of my Highlands, and I see... Hey, this is the first time I'm telling you this. I walk out of my Highlands, and I see him wearing his winter coat.
Yeah, I literally woke up from a nap.
I was like, bro.
It's what it's like being in Boro. You think it's winter like 24/7, so like...
Yeah, and it's actually nice. All right. Should we get on with the Buccos?
Buccos!
Let's go Buccos tonight against the Houston Astros. I
How
have
do
no
you do
idea who's pitching as Richie leaves.
Richie has left his post.
All right, so Friday.
Nathaniel?
Man, I wish Richie changed to my camera because I'm talking about the Buccos. Buccos! Hey Joe, you want to go switch it to my camera? You did it the first episode. This is the worst episode we've done so far.
Welcome back to the 4th edition of Tailgate Talks.
The one before Easter was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad, yeah. As Joe switches to my camera because I'm going to be talking about the Buccos for a little bit.
Buccos!
The Pirates, sorry. It doesn't have the same ring to it, so don't even try it.
Hey, he got a first try!
First try. Hey, Richie's
back.
All right, Richie's back. I just needed him to switch to my camera because I'm about to talk about the Buccos. Buccos! All right, let's get on with this. So this was the best game I've ever been to Friday. When I first got there, I'm going to say this. For the pregame introductions, David Bednar got a pretty good reaction, I will say. Mitch Keller got a pretty good reaction. Here's the thing. Brian Reynolds got a monster reaction. It was a monster reaction.
This is the truth.
I think the city wants the guy to get paid.
I think they want the Pirates to pay the man.
And with the hot start he's had, you give him everything he wants. Okay? You give him everything he wants, just like Narduzzi. Okay? You know, give him what he wants? Okay?
All
right, let's go
all right, good.
run some laps.
All right, okay. Let's do it.
All right. This episode So Reynolds did get a monster reaction, but then Andrew McCutcheon happened.
Kutch.
It just blew Reynolds' reaction out of the water. That's what tells you. That's kind of what tells you the kind of reaction McCutcheon got on Friday.
Yeah.
For somebody that was there. I was sitting on the first base line. I was like 4th row.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember I took a picture of Reynolds when he got a base hit. Jocker got a base hit, and I was like, pay this man. But yeah. So for the White Sox, Tim Anderson had a really good game. He was 4 for 5.
Wow.
He pretty much got on every time I saw him when I was paying attention.
Is that bad? 5 times? Holy
Luis
cow.
Robert Jr. 3 for 5. Really good game. I think the White Sox. I almost said Red Sox. The White Sox had 3 home runs, I want to say. Pitching wise, Lucas Giolito, not a good game. 4 innings, 12 hits, 7 runs.
Wow.
That's for the White Sox. And Giolito in 2020 threw a no-hitter against the Pirates, and he was their ace. But now Dylan Cease has taken that role as the White Sox ace. Not a good start for Giolito. Let's just say.
Not at all.
Not a good start for Giolito, and I can understand why Dylan Cease is now the ace of the Chicago White Sox. So, all right. So, by the way, the winning pitcher was Donnie Money Moretta. He comes out to Shane McMahon's theme song, and his thing is he's money. Pitched really well. Jake Diekman for the White Sox took the loss, and Will Crow had the save. He pitched 3 innings. So, and even if it's that like 13-9 or 13-7, if you pitch 3 innings, like say you pitch 7th, 8th, and 9th, that's a save.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's a
gotcha.
save. So that's how he was able to get the save there. I didn't get to see the Renegade, unfortunately, David Bednar, but that's fine. I got to hear monster reaction from him in the beginning. By the way, PNC Park pretzels.
Oh yeah.
No, their pizza, their cheese pizza. Good Lord, it was so good.
Those pretzels, they come with that spicy nacho.
I didn't get the cheese.
It's an extra like $3.
Yeah.
For a cup
but
this big.
The cheese pizza at PNC Park was excellent, dude. It was big. You just gotta go. Gotta go try it. Joe, are you okay?
Joe's dying of hunger over there now that we're talking about PNC Park.
I'm hungry too. I'm hungry too. All right, so for the Pirates, hitting wise.
Without him, Mike, 'cause he'll say stuff that like is quiet enough for you guys to hear.
Yeah, I know. So that's why we're gonna have to- why you tell me to sit up, man? Oh, now I get why. He's like, there you go. Look at my arm. Yeah?
Huh?
Yeah? Okay. I'm getting distracted again. Okay. Brian Reynolds, 3 for 5. Almost had the cycle. Pay the man what he wants. If he wants an opt-out clause, you give him that opt-out clause. 3 for 5. Home run, dead center. He leads the league with 5 home runs. He has 14 RBIs, I think, as of right now. Maybe even one more. I can't remember what I don't know if he had one yesterday. But yeah, 3 for 5. Come on. He's batting like 407 right now, I think. Yeah, I didn't write down. Unfortunately, I didn't write down the averages. but no, I know he's at 407 or 401, around that range. So pay the man what he wants. Andrew McCutcheon, 2 for 5 with 2 singles. Solid.
Yeah.
Connor Joe, 4 for 5.
Wow.
Connor Joe went off. So anybody that's a Connor Joe hater that was questioning the signing of no, they didn't sign him. No, they traded for him. The trading for Connor Joe, you might want to rethink that. So Connor Joe was 4 for 5. G1 Bay was 3 for 5. Very good game. And then Jason DeLay was 3 for 5. So this was a good offensive. This was an offensive explosion by the Pirates.
Yeah, it really was.
This game, it was great. Pitching wise, oh boy, Rich Hill, 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 1 strikeout, 3 home runs.
Rich Hill season, baby.
He was so bad. You want to know how hard he threw his fastball? 85. You want to know what his curveball was?
Ooh.
And this is not for a joke. I'm being serious. His curveball maxed at 69.
That is so bad.
It's funny because it's the same number
His
upside down.
Okay, Joe.
That is
Don-
so bad.
Yeah, I know he's bad, but there's nothing. Pirates are stuck right now. They can't. There's nothing they can do, and they paid him $8 million.
To pitch 85. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Pain.
And by the way, on MLB The Show, if you're an MLB The Show player, Brian Reynolds' overall has changed on his card to a 99.
He's a 99 overall?
Yeah, he got a 99 card.
Cow.
Because he was the MLB Player of the Week this week, by the way. Just want to put that out there. No big deal. Their best player.
He's a monster.
Yes. So
Our floor director has left the floor.
I think he's going to the bathroom.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So Moretta, 2 innings, 2 Ks. Will Crow, 3 innings, 2 runs, 4 Ks. Got the save. So good game. Saturday, not good. They lost 11-5. Andrew Vaughn was 2 for 3 for the White Sox, and Andrew Benintendi was 2 for 4. Mike Clevenger pitched 5 in 1 innings with 4 runs. White Sox had a good game. Vince Velasquez, 2 innings, 6 runs, 6. I want to say 6 hits, 5 runs, something like that. I screwed this up, my bad. But it was not a good start either, and I think he might have gotten hurt, but he's still not good either. He's like Rich Hill, he's old. Why did we sign these boomers to these contracts? Carlos Santana was 3 for 4. There you go. And then Andrew McCutchen was actually 3 for 4 with a home run.
There you go.
Catch
How about
happens.
that?
Catch happens. Now Sunday. This is where the injury happened.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
I almost forgot.
Okay, the benches did clear. You have to just look it up yourself. It's a baseball play. It happens. Carlos Santana stuck up for his teammate. That's what you do. You stick up for your teammate. And here's the thing. The benches cleared happened at home plate while Cruz was on the ground. And McCutchen had to step in there and be like, guys, back up.
Right there.
He's right there on the ground. He was like, back up. So, but Gavin Sheets was 3 for 4 for the White Sox. I think that was probably pretty much the only, hitting-wise for the White Sox good. Kopech for the White Sox pitched 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits. The only hits the Pirates got this game. 1 run, 5 Ks. And the only people that had the hits for the Pirates was Nick Jingba.
Oh, yeah, there you
And take a guess who the other guy was.
go. Reynolds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Reynolds was 1 for 4. Nick Jingba was 1 for 3. Now, Johan Oviedo, I think, has earned his spot in the rotation because he pitched this well against the White Sox. 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 Ks. Great game by Johan Oviedo. And my brother made a good point. If they could find an ace, I think Mitch Keller could be an ace, but for now, let's just say it. Keller, Contreras, Oviedo is a good 3. Rich Hill and Velasquez, they suck.
They're bad.
They suck. Velasquez wouldn't be a bad maybe bullpen arm, maybe. Why not? Could try that. But again, the Pirates are stuck because JT Brudebaker's on the IL. Luis Ortiz, his fastball is MLB ready, but he still needs to work on stuff. Mike Burrows got hurt, and Quinn Priester's nowhere near ready for the major leagues. He's not going to be up this year. So they kind of screwed with Rich Hill and Vince Velasquez. So that's that. David Bednar got the save, and So another series win for the Pirates. They take on the Houston Astros starting tonight.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to look up the lineup for the Pirates and take a look.
I'm scared.
All right, so for the Pirates tonight, first since Cruz is out, Key Brian Hayes will bat first at third. Brian Reynolds is back in center, batting second, thank God. McCutchen will be third in right field. By the way, Reynolds is batting 405, McCutchen's batting 375.
Wow.
Carlos Santana, fourth, and then G-Man Choi, fifth. Connor Joe, sixth. Rodolfo Castro, seventh. The guy that replaced Cruz while he's on the IL, Mathis. I don't know his first name. And then Jason DeLay will bat ninth, who's actually batting 294, so pretty good. Pretty good. Now, the pitching probables, and Richie, how much time have we had so far? I know I'm saying this right now, but that's fine. So far, oh, wow. I'm going to look up the pitching probables for against the Astros. While I do that, Brian Reynolds, he's just on an incredible start. His regular season, he's played all 9 games, 37 at-bats, 15 hits, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. Incredible. His last 7 games, get a load of this. Alex, you ready?
Yeah.
His last 6 games, 25 at-bats, 12 hits, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs.
Wow.
No wonder he was the player of the week.
Yeah.
Let's just say, no wonder. Well-deserved player of the week. Let's just say.
Yeah, for real.
And the White Sox are actually
Holy cow.
winning 4-3 in the top of the 9th against the Twins. So the Astros have a losing record right now. They are 4-6, and tonight the pitching probables will be Framber Valdez for the Astros and Ronty Contreras. So I'm not going to go through the rest of the probables because you can just look it up out there. I'm just talking about tonight. That's really what matters right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Reynolds is off to a hot start, and let me tell you what, you better get this contract thing figured out because his value is just gonna keep,
Stacking. Yeah, it really is.
and you're gonna run out of time. You're gonna run out of time, and the money you agreed to, and the years you agreed to, he's gonna want more, and he's gonna want a different just get it done now.
Yeah.
You better get it
seriously.
done right now.
Yeah.
And whatever he wants, you give it to him. He's their best player right now. He is their best player right now.
He is.
Absolutely, he's their best player right now. He's probably going to be an all-star this year if he's on this off this start. He might
Yeah.
be. He's probably going to be an all-star.
More than likely.
And I got a hot take, and I'm talking about this season right now as we speak with what has happened so far. Are you
Yeah.
ready? I would take Brian Reynolds over Mike Trout.
Wow.
Just look at the hot start. Just look at the hot start.
Yeah.
Look at the hot start. I'm not saying all year, but as of right now, I would take Brian Reynolds over Mike Trout.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Bold, but valid.
Yeah, it is bold, and I'm not ashamed of saying it. So there we go. That's all I got for the Pirates.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
that was a lot. I was talking for what, close to 15 minutes,
Oh, actually?
something like that. yeah.
Interesting segment.
Yeah. Your
time
turn.
to talk about hockey.
Tag out.
Yeah. Time to talk about hockey.
Hacky. Well, I guess I could talk too, but with hockey.
All right. So we left off last week with me talking about the Pens beating the Flyers 4-2. I closed my eyes and reopened them. The Pens have played 3 games since then, so past week's been like a blur. Anyway, they lost 5-1 at the Jersey Devils, and then they won 4-1 against Minnesota at home, and then most recently beat the Detroit Red Wings 5-1, not the 7-4 embarrassment that it was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, by the way, I don't mean to interrupt, but you guys noticed something?
We don't need to talk about it. Anyway, Pens have 2 games left in the season. They play the Chicago Blackhawks at home tomorrow, April 11th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on, what would that make it, Thursday night, they are at Columbus Blue Jackets at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So that closes the season for the Penguins. They are currently 40-30-10, which means they are still 5th in the Metropolitan. So they could finish 42-30-10, which would be nice. Winning 42 games is pretty solid. Not incredibly ideal, especially with how loaded the Eastern Conference is this year. But 42 wins will suffice to make the playoffs. Speaking of wins in the Eastern Conference, the Boston Bruins won their 63rd game of the season the other night, setting the new single-season record for wins by an NHL team. That's pretty crazy. They are very, very good, and they should most definitely be the Stanley Cup favorite right now if they aren't already, and we get to play them in the first round. We only lost to them 4-3 last time, though. It was a close game, so anything's possible. But yeah, Boston is currently dominating the Eastern Conference as they have been all year, and the Pens are still in position to make the second wild card spot in the Eastern Conference at 40-30-10. So let's go Pens. Yeah. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on the hacky?
The hacky. Well, game against the Red Wings.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good. They're not going to go far in the playoffs.
No.
They're not.
They might not make it out of the first round.
No,
honestly.
they won't.
They won't make it past Boston.
No, they won't. The way that this year's gone, I just don't see them going far, man.
Me either.
I just don't see it, and
Which is really sad with the talent they have on the roster, but
yeah, I agree.
I mean, this to me should be a 50-win team.
Yeah, I agree. Would you blame it on coaching or just like some of the players' abilities to not finish most games, or just goalies, or
like goalie has been a big problem this year.
Yeah.
Coaching could be part of it. Player chemistry.
Yeah.
Could be part of it. I think a big part of it's goalie though, because we allow a lot of goals. We allow a lot of points against us, so I think that could be a big part of it. So if one of our goalies decides to play good come playoffs, we could beat anybody. But I don't know if this team is just mentally capable of doing that this year. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see. They have 2 more games against pretty bad teams to finish the season. Chicago and Columbus are both, I want to say, sub 30 win teams right now. So.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Do you think the Bruins will probably win it all?
I think it's hard to say that they won't.
Yeah.
I think they just you gotta pick the favorite. You gotta pick the team that just seems to be running away with it all right now. So.
Which in most cases that's kind of a risk. You know, you pick the top team and everything, but
I will say
the Bruins are hot, man.
I'm gonna say I'm like 85 to 90% confidence that a team from the Eastern Conference will win the Cup this year.
I can see that. Yep.
Whether it's the Bruins, the Lightning, the Panthers, heck, even the Devils are really good right now. So there's a lot of really good Eastern Conference teams. We could see any one of those. The Rangers could win it this year. They're really good. They have a clinched playoff spot. So who knows? I mean, it really could be anyone.
Yeah,
so
it could be. It's right there.
Right
up
there
in
for
the
the
air.
taking.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll keep following.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, these next few weeks is going to be quite interesting in the sports world.
Very.
Next Wednesday, I'm going to AEW Dynamite in Pittsburgh at the Peterson Event Center. I can't wait.
Yes.
I'll find out this Wednesday of what matches I'll see. Hopefully I see my boy, Sammy Guevara, and his boy, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. MJF,
yes.
The AEW World Championship. He calls his title the Triple B.
Man loves pickles.
He does. My God, this is a good pickle. I almost said what he actually said. That I would have had to cut it out. That I would have had to cut out.
You already got smacked with a pretty hefty fine for
did.
for cursing last week on the show.
I did. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the fine. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And then the draft this month. The draft.
Draft in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, the draft, and that's a good segue.
Like 2.5 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, this is saying something that I will never get tired of saying ever in my life. Let's talk about some football.
Let's do it.
So, before we talk about XFL standings and all that, because it's been a couple weeks, I want to say it's been like 2 weeks since I talked about this. Let's talk about a quick NFL news thing real quick. Odell Beckham Jr. officially inking a deal with the Baltimore Ravens, a 1 year, $18 million contract with $15 million fully guaranteed.
Who's going to throw to him?
Baltimore.
Who's going to throw to him?
Baltimore. You're willing to give a 30-year-old receiver who has torn the same ACL twice $18 million, but you're not willing to pay Lamar Jackson what he wants.
I hope OBJ likes Tyler Huntley.
Who else is... Oh, my God.
Would you like to rant?
Who else?
Go ahead.
And it's not even like Odell's going to be the number one, so he's going to be covered the most. I almost swore to Jesus. He's going to be covered the most. What NFL teams are going to be so scared about covering Rashad Bateman with one defensive back? Don't get me wrong. I like Rashad Bateman. I think he's a talented receiver. But if you're telling me NFL teams are going to be genuinely scared of going out there and putting one player on him to double OBJ, you are dead wrong. And I'm going to be totally honest, I don't even know that Odell needs to be doubled anymore. He hasn't played football in over a year at this point. He tore his ACL in Super Bowl 50 whatever against the Rams, or against the Bengals. He was on the Rams. And hasn't played since. Didn't play a single snap of football this year. That's a long time for rehab. I mean, granted, you're supposed to rehab for a long time for a torn ACL, but a lot of guys are doing it in like 9 months now. 9 months, 10 months. It's been over a year since he tore his ACL. Whatever. Let's talk about the XFL.
Yes. By the way, is there any other draft stuff you want to talk about? The Titans
are being rumored as a team that could potentially trade up from their number 11 overall spot to the number 3 overall with the Arizona Cardinals.
So
draft a quarterback.
Whoever said that the Steelers should have took Malik Willis over Kenny Pickett, up yours. We just touched tips.
All right, XFL. North and South. Standings. Quite frankly, pretty boring.
Yeah.
In the North, DC is 7-1. They have clinched the Northern Division Championship game appearance. Next is the St. Louis Battlehawks at 6-2, Seattle Sea Dragons at 5-3, and then the Vegas Vipers at a lonely 2-6. And then in the South, this is even more boring. The Houston Roughnecks are 5-3. They started like 4-0 or something like that, and they've gone like 1-3 in their past 4. But they have clinched the South Conference Championship appearance as well, because the next best team is the Arlington Renegades at 4-4, and then the San Antonio Brahmas at 2-6, and the Orlando Guardians at 1-7. So a lot of bad XFL teams. I don't even want to, I haven't watched the XFL in weeks, to be totally honest. It's kind of bad.
That we have some extra time, so we kind of don't have a choice. Unless we can, or we can talk about Buccos!
And then some stat leaders. I did write down some stat leaders.
Oh, okay.
Ben DiNucci is the leading passer in the XFL. He is 195 for 302 on pass attempts, which is 64.5%. 2,072 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Abram Smith, he's freaking out over there. Abram Smith of DC is the leading rusher with 138 attempts for 720 yards. That's 5.2 yards per carry.
Hey, look at Joe.
And 7 touchdowns.
He's thinking about life. He's giving me a death stare.
That private pile look.
Hey, Joe, don't forget about your quote of the day, so you might as well just come over here.
And then, leading receiver in the XFL is a freaking tight end.
I'll carry you over. You want me to?
Can we acknowledge that for a second? The leading receiver in the XFL is a tight end.
I don't like that.
Cody Latimer, 47 receptions, 558 yards,
Yeah.
and 4 touchdowns. It's apparently not Josh Gordon, which I was about to just write down because I assumed it was him. But no. Those are your passing, rushing, and receiving leaders in the XFL and your division standings. I mean, the good teams are very clearly good, and the bad teams are very clearly bad. So I assume my DC Defenders are probably going to win the championship.
They better. They better.
I'll be so mad if they don't.
They better. They better.
With good old crush their brain to death Greg Williams as their defensive coordinator.
Gosh dang it.
Good old Bounty Gate.
Joe, you sure you don't got a quote of the day?
Come back.
We're about to sign off here soon. We're about to sign off.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else I can say?
Oh, let me think.
Buccos!
Let's go, Buccos!
Buccos! What?
Buccos was the word of the day.
It is.
Quote of the week.
Quote of the week.
Oh, okay, I got one.
Oh, wait, come here. Here, I'll get up. Here, I'll get up and I'll
Get up and
lean
hold
over.
your mic up to him.
If they still have that playground at the PNC Park, I'd really like to play on it. That's all.
He stole Austin's line. Buccos! Buccos!
All right, let's
You
sign
get
off.
the paper toss.
I got
no
it.
No shot this week.
Nope.
Because I think we've said our piece.
Yeah, I think we have.
And if it continues, then we'll say more. We're not. We're really
No,
not.
we're not subtle at all.
We're really not. All right. You want to throw the paper?
Goodbye, America. See you next week.
Bye. Ah!